What do pilots and surgeons have in common? These are two of the top performing professions in all of society. Every time they go to work, they have literally have people's lives in their hands. And there's something that they do that if you aren't doing right now, you need to start doing. In this module, we're going to cover everything from auditions, self tapes, as well as in person auditions, posing. We're finally there. We're going to talk about on set behavior and the preparation for shoots and how you can set yourself up for success. Now, how you flow is how you go. Like, this is important. If you can get into a flow, if you can get into a state of performance that's consistent, where you are consistent, efficient, and you're like, oh man, my quality level is so high, it's ridiculous. Nobody can keep up with me. If you can do these things, you're going to build a reputation that's so strong, it's going to market you better than your portfolio, no matter how good your images in your portfolio are. Your reputation, if you crush all of this, which we're going to get into in this module, if you crush all of this, you will have to audition far less and you will book far more. And the quality of jobs you get that come across your email, your inbox, your cell phone, they go way, way, way up. So, a quick story. This is not so long ago. We're talking maybe 3 months ago now. I believe this is in February. I had my agent gave me a ring and said, hey, there's this audition that I'm about to send your way. And I just want to let you know, this is a client that I've worked with before. They're really great. And I vouched for you. I told them repeatedly as I got the breakdown from the client. My agent says, as I got the breakdown from the client of what they needed for the role for this particular ad, I said, I got the guy for you. Anthony is the dude, period. There's nobody else. You don't even need to audition for this. Based on what you're telling me, what you need for this spot, Anthony's a perfect fit. Don't even audition for it. They went ahead and auditioned. So they sent out audition notices, got a big package of all these different models that they wanted to audition for this shoot or that, or this spot, this role, that role, whatever. They got the audition package. I also auditioned for this. And this is the coolest part. When they finished auditions, they had all the tapes, they went through everything, and they said, okay, this is to my agent. They're talking to the agent. They said, you were so right. We need to book Anthony, and we completely wasted our time. We didn't need to audition for this. You were absolutely right on this. So I booked the role. Boom. Yay. We do the shoot. Have a fantastic time. The point of this isn't to congratulate me and celebrate me in any way. The point of this is to show you that there's a lot going on here. And if we dive deep into this, this is what we see. We see that my agent built credibility for the client to them in a way where he says, hey, here's my perspective. This is the person for you. This is what you need. And then it ended up being true even after they went through and tested all these other models out, right? So the agent says, this is who you need. They audition anyway. I book it and they're like, you're absolutely right. This is who we need. So there's credibility built there between that client and my agent, which is a really good thing because this also means he's building his credibility in a sense that for all future bookings, when he says, hey, this is the person for you, they're far less likely to still have to audition, which saves them time. That's something great. But it builds his credibility, his reputation in the industry. That's a good thing. It also builds mine, where if my agent had inconsistencies with me and how I perform and how I go about things and how I audition, how I perform on set, all this stuff, if there were inconsistencies, if I didn't have a flow to how I go, he wouldn't be able to so confidently put me up to bat this way. Like, this is the guy for you, because he wouldn't know what me is going to show up. So the reputation that I built through time and consistency and being able to show my agent that, hey, this is how I show up every time. Whenever I'm called for a booking, this is what they get. And that allows him to say, I know this person without a doubt. I have the utmost confidence. This is who you need. This is what he shows up like, exactly what you're asking for. So we're building the relationship, not just for ourselves and being able to market ourselves to where my agent is literally going to bat. Like, this is the guy. This is who you need. Instead of just like, oh, I'll put him into the audition as well and not really saying anything. He's heavily vouching for me. That is going to be so much more powerful than any image in my portfolio. So This type of consistency, it's achievable for you. It's this reputation building. This is achievable for you. And that's what this module is all about. By the way, the thing that pilots and surgeons have in common as two of the top performing people in all of society of any profession with people's lives literally in their hands, the thing they have in common, they always use a checklist. Pre-flight checklist, pre-operation checklist. They use a checklist, and this is how they queue up their performance. It's like a trigger. It's a mechanism that says, okay, I'm priming myself to be ready to enter into the work that I do, because it's a consistent trigger. It's a consistent mechanism. If you know psychology, you know this, just classical conditioning in this way. But it also makes sure that they don't miss something just going off of memory. Boom, checklist. Did I do this? Yes. Did I do this? Yes. Did I do that? Yep. Did I do this? Boom. You want to do the same thing in your modeling. You want to do the same exact thing. You want to get a checklist. We'll get into that in this module. For now, let's get into it.